For the most part, GLP-1 agonist drugs that are used for type 2 diabetes and weight loss, things like Ozempic, Wegovy, and mounjaro, these are incredible drugs.
The buzz around Ozempic and other weight loss drugs is impossible to ignore. Celebrities, influencers, and even everyday people are turning to these medications for a shortcut to shedding pounds fast. But what's really happening inside the body when you take them? Do they just melt fat away, or are there serious side effects people aren't talking about? How do these drugs impact your metabolism, hormones, and overall health? It's time to watch the truth about what Ozempic and weight loss drugs really do to the body. But before starting, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel so you never miss out on videos like this. The basics of GLP-1 receptor agonists. Before we can understand how Ozempic and Wegovy work in the body, we need to first understand the class of drugs they belong to, GLP-1 receptor agonists. These drugs mimic a hormone naturally produced by our bodies called glucagon-like peptide 1, GLP-1. GLP-1 is produced by the cells of the intestine and neurons in a specific part of the brain known as the nucleus of the tractus solitarius, which is located in the medulla oblongata of the brainstem. The main role of GLP-1 is to regulate blood glucose levels after eating, slow gastric emptying, and reduce appetite. However, the natural GLP-1 produced by our bodies is short-lived with a half-life of just 1 to 2 minutes. This brief duration of action limits its effectiveness. To overcome this challenge, scientists developed GLP-1 receptor agonists such as semaglutide, Ozempic, and Wegovy, which have a much longer half-life. In fact, semaglutide's half-life is about a week, allowing for sustained effects of lowering blood glucose levels, reducing appetite, and slowing gastric emptying. How Ozempic and Wegovy work. Both Ozempic and Wegovy are forms of semaglutide, but different doses. Ozempic, typically used for type 2 diabetes, is a lower-dose version, while Wegovy is a higher-dose version approved for weight loss. Despite the difference in dosing and FDA approval, both medications belong to the same class of GLP-1 receptor agonists and work in a similar way within the body. When these medications are administered, they mimic the effects of naturally occurring GLP-1 in several ways. Lowering blood glucose levels. One of the most critical functions of GLP-1 in the body is its ability to regulate blood glucose. It stimulates the pancreas to release insulin, which helps lower blood glucose after meals. Simultaneously, it inhibits the release of glucagon, a hormone that would normally trigger the liver to release glucose, which helps prevent excessive blood sugar spikes. Slowing gastric emptying. GLP-1 receptor agonists slow the emptying of food from the stomach into the intestines. This prolongs the feeling of fullness, helping individuals eat less and feel satisfied with smaller portions. Appetite suppression. The drugs also work directly on the brain, suppressing appetite. They do so by affecting certain parts of the brain that control hunger and satiety, making individuals feel less hungry and more satisfied after eating. Benefits beyond weight loss. While the primary use of semaglutide in drugs like Ozempic and Wegovy is to promote weight loss, these medications offer several additional benefits, especially in people with existing health conditions. Weight loss. The most obvious and well-publicized benefit of these drugs is weight loss. Studies have shown that people taking GLP-1 receptor agonists like Wegovy can lose up to 15% of their body weight, depending on factors like diet, exercise, and dosage. This weight loss is often significant and sustained, which makes these medications a potential game-changer for individuals struggling with obesity. Cardiovascular benefits. Research has also shown that GLP-1 receptor agonists can lower the risk of cardiovascular events in people who already have pre-existing cardiovascular conditions. This is an exciting development because it opens the door to the possibility that these drugs may help reduce the risk of heart attacks or strokes, especially in individuals who are overweight or obese. The exact mechanisms for these cardiovascular benefits are still under investigation, but they may include improved blood sugar control, weight loss, and reduced inflammation. Type 2 diabetes management. Initially, semaglutide was approved for managing type 2 diabetes, and its benefits for blood sugar control are well documented. These medications help bring blood glucose levels into a healthy range by promoting insulin secretion, suppressing glucagon, and slowing gastric emptying, which all contribute to more stable blood sugar levels. The catch: potential side effects. While the benefits of GLP-1 receptor agonists are clear, there are potential side effects that users should be aware of before starting treatment. These side effects, while often manageable, can be bothersome and should not be overlooked. Gastrointestinal side effects. The most common side effects of GLP-1 receptor agonists are gastrointestinal in nature. These include nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, constipation, bloating, and abdominal pain. These side effects are primarily due to the slowing of gastric emptying. For most people, these side effects lessen over time as the body adjusts to the medication. However, some individuals may continue to experience these symptoms, making it difficult to adhere to the treatment. Fatigue and headaches. Some individuals report feeling fatigued or experiencing headaches when taking GLP-1 receptor agonists. These side effects can be troublesome but are generally mild and temporary. Pancreatitis and gallbladder issues. Although rare, more serious side effects can occur, including pancreatitis, inflammation of the pancreas, and gallbladder issues, such as the development of gallstones. Pancreatitis can result from overstimulation of the pancreas, while rapid weight loss and decreased gallbladder emptying may contribute to gallstone formation. Thyroid cancer risk. During the initial development of semaglutide, there were concerns about an increased risk of thyroid cancer based on rodent studies. However, subsequent human studies have not shown any significant evidence linking these medications to thyroid cancer, although monitoring remains essential. Muscle loss. One of the more concerning side effects, especially in older adults, is muscle loss. While these medications primarily help reduce fat, some of the weight loss can come from muscle tissue. This loss of lean muscle mass can result in a decrease in strength, which can be especially problematic for older individuals. This is why it's important to monitor muscle health and engage in strength training exercises while using these medications. The financial cost, brand name versus compounding pharmacies. Ozempic and Wegovy are not cheap medications with costs exceeding $1,000 per month for those without insurance. The high price is partially due to the demand for these drugs and the cost of branding. However, some individuals may find more affordable alternatives through compounding pharmacies, which can provide semaglutide at equivalent doses for a lower price. That said, it's crucial to be cautious when using compounding pharmacies, especially online, as some may not be legitimate. For those with good insurance, the cost may be more manageable, as many insurance plans offer partial coverage for these medications, although coverage can vary depending on the specific plan. Who should consider using GLP-1 receptor agonists for weight loss? GLP-1 receptor agonists like Ozempic and Wegovy are powerful tools for weight loss, but they are not for everyone. The decision to use these medications should be made carefully, considering the individual's health status, lifestyle, and potential side effects. Individuals with obesity or overweight. These medications are most effective for individuals who are overweight or obese, particularly those who have struggled to lose weight through diet and exercise alone. For people with a body mass index, BMI, a 30 or higher, GLP-1 receptor agonists may provide an additional aid in weight management. People with type 2 diabetes, since GLP-1 receptor agonists have been proven to effectively manage type 2 diabetes, people with this condition may benefit from their blood sugar regulating effects. However, weight loss is a secondary benefit that many individuals with diabetes experience. Individuals who can commit to lifestyle changes. It's essential to note that these medications should be used in conjunction with diet and exercise for the best results. People who are willing and able to make long-term lifestyle changes are more likely to experience sustained success with these medications. Those with pre-existing cardiovascular conditions. People with a history of heart disease, stroke, or other cardiovascular conditions may find additional benefits in using these drugs, given their potential to reduce the risk of cardiovascular events. Who should avoid these medications? Not everyone should use GLP-1 receptor agonists for weight loss. Those who should avoid these medications include people with a history of pancreatitis. Given the potential for GLP-1 receptor agonists to cause inflammation of the pancreas, individuals with a history of pancreatitis should avoid these medications. Pregnant or breastfeeding women. These drugs are not recommended during pregnancy or breastfeeding due to limited data on their safety in these populations. Individuals with a history of thyroid cancer. Although the risk is low, those with a history of thyroid cancer or certain thyroid conditions should avoid these medications. So, what are your thoughts? Do Ozempic and other weight loss drugs live up to the hype? Share your opinions below and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more eye-opening health updates and discussions.